Ngozi. I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. How are you doing today? Good morning, if it's morning where you are, and good evening, if it's evening where you are. So, how are we doing? How is everyone? Welcome to Growth Habits once again. This is session 152. Okay, we are live on Facebook. Let me confirm that our audio is good. All right. We're live on Facebook. Our audio is good. We're live on Instagram. All right. Um, I need to check if we're live on LinkedIn. Okay, we are live on LinkedIn. Awesome. And on YouTube. Okay, we're live on YouTube. So welcome once again to Growth Habits with Ngozi. As I always say, I am your personal guide on this journey of growth. That means I don't just show you how to grow. I don't just teach you principles of growth. I actually go on the growth journey with you. So as you're growing, I am also growing. I don't just, leave you hanging. That's why I call myself a growth mentor. I go the journey with you. This is session 152, and our topic today is how vision should guide decisions. Remember that for May, we're looking at strategic thinking and decision mastery. And our theme is think higher, decide better. Because truly, if you think higher, your decisions will be better for sure. So, just a quick recap, as we always do. So, last week we started this whole series for the month of May, and we looked at the cost of poor decisions. That was what we considered last week, and we established that decisions are not random events. They are not, they don't just pop out from nowhere. They are focused things. They are not once again, they're not random events. There are things that you direct. Excuse me. We said that every decision moves you forward or backward. It strengthens you or it weakens you. It strengthens your future or it weakens your future. The decisions that we make. And we also said that they must align with your purpose or they will distract you from your purpose, the decisions that we make. We said that poor decisions are oftentimes emotional. Most times they're emotional. They're driven by emotions. They are short sighted. They don't consider the long term and they're misaligned with our long term purposes. Poor decisions. And we looked at decision fatigue, emotional decision making, the consequences that arise. And we said that those consequences compound over time, the consequences of poor decisions. So today we are going to move further. We're going to move further into our topic because, yes, of course, poor decisions are costly. They really are. But the next question we would ask ourselves is simply, what should guide these decisions that we're talking about? Because we all want to make good decisions. We all want to make right decisions. What should guide these decisions so that they come out good, so that they come out right? What should guide them? And the general answer is vision. It is vision that should guide your decisions. It's just, it is what it is, as they say. It's your vision, what you see, that is what should guide your decisions. Please do let me know that you're here. Once you join, do let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're joining me from. And if you're watching the replay, thank you once again. Also, let me know that you're there. Also, let me know where you're joining me from. I try to read all the comments and I try to respond to all the comments. So if you are joining me live, let me know. If you're joining in the replay, if you're watching the replay, let me know and tell me where you're joining me from. Introduce yourself to me. I would love to meet you. I would love to meet you. So introduce yourself to me and tell me where you are joining me from. Okay, so we're talking about um, what guides or what should guide our decisions. And we said it is vision. It is vision that guides our decisions. When vision is absent, when there is no vision, when we don't have an idea of where we are going, the decisions that we make, they are more reactive than intentional, because we don't know where we are heading to. We don't have a vision. We don't know where we're heading to. So today we are going to look at how vision should guide our decisions. That's what we're going to look at today. How vision should guide our decisions. Generally, our lives, whether we whether we like it or not, generally our lives move in the direction of the decisions that we make, especially the ones that we consistently make. Our lives move in that direction. And we really can't do too much about it because we are making the decisions. We are pointing ourselves actually in that direction. And so we move there. So our decisions will always be influenced by what we can or what we cannot see clearly. Always. You can't move in a direction you are not seeing. Really. You cannot. So our decisions will always be influenced by what we can or what we cannot see clearly. That is why vision is important. That is why vision is important. So, what is this vision we are talking about? How do we define it? Basically, it's a clear mental picture of our preferred future. So this vision we are talking about today is a clear mental picture of a preferred future. A future that we want to get to. A clear mental picture of it. That is a vision. And it's our ability to see beyond our current realities, our ability to see beyond where we are now, and to understand that, or to understand where we are going, to understand who we are becoming, to understand what truly matters to us. That is what vision is all about. Is the ability to see beyond our current reality, our current circumstances, and understand where we are going, understand who we are becoming, understand what truly matters. That is what vision is all about. And the Bible tells us that where there is no vision, the people perish. So, vision is essential. You need to understand, you need to have a clear mental picture of your preferred future. It's essential. They have a clear mental picture of your preferred future. That is your vision. And with that definition, it tells me that vision creates a focus. It tells me that vision also creates discipline, because when you know where you're going, you begin to walk in alignment to try and get there. When you have that clear picture. See, some people ask what keeps people consistent, what makes someone very consistent, even when it looks like the results are not 100%. Many a times it's vision, because they are seeing something. They have a clear picture of that their future, that their preferred future, that preferred state. They have a clear picture of it, and it's that clarity of vision, that picture that they have, that keeps pushing them forward, that keeps making them show up. So vision creates discipline, and vision creates alignment. It is essential that we have this clear picture of our future desired state. It's essential. Then what is decision alignment? Because we're saying our decision aligned, being aligned to a vision. So what is this decision alignment? It refers to making choices, and those choices support your long-term vision. your values, your purpose, making choices, and these choices support your long term vision, your values, your purpose. That is decision alignment. Your decisions aligning. Let me not bite my tongue this morning. Your decisions aligning to your long term vision, to your values, to your purpose. It means that your daily choices, the choices that you make every single day, they're consistent with that future that you desire. That is what it means that you have vision, decision alignment. Your daily choices, the choices you make every day, they are consistent with that future that you desire, with that picture of that desired state that you have. Okay, so most times, most times, when your decisions are not aligning with the vision, that vision that you have remains theory. You never truly can work it out if there's no alignment. It doesn't, I don't know, I've not seen where it has worked. Oh, Madam Ebele, thank you. I can see you on Facebook. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Sorry, let me drink a little bit of water. I hope that the audio is good. Please do let me know. I want to believe that the audio is okay. So, yes, when you don't align your decisions with vision, that vision remains story, as we say. It just remains theoretical. You don't actually work it out because your decisions, the day-to-day decisions, the day-to-day choices you are making do not align with it. All right. So also let me say this. When you have a vision, when you have that clear picture of where you are going, one of the greatest benefits of having that vision of your future state is that you have clarity. And because you have clarity, distractions are reduced. Distractions are reduced. Okay, thank you for confirming that the audio is good. Thank you. Distractions are reduced because you have this clarity that comes from having a vision. And it also helps you understand, it helps you understand where you're going. And when you know where you are going, you begin to realize that not every opportunity impresses you. You know, I have several examples of this. There are things that, you know, years ago, some opportunities that came my way. I don't want to be specific because if I'm specific, it will, no, some people will not be very happy. Let me put it that way. It will expose some things I don't want to expose here. I had some opportunities that came my way years ago, good opportunities. But because I have an idea of where I'm going. I have an idea of my future state. I have a vision. I have, as, an understanding of where I want to go. Let me put it. I have a clear mental picture of where I'm heading in life, where I'm heading, what is my purpose, what are my values, and all that. Because I had that clear picture, that opportunity did not impress me. It impressed many people who are around me, who are in the same um, profession and all that, but it didn't impress me. And this is what vision actually does for us. This is one thing that vision does for us because it gives us clarity of where we are going, and you just understand. Not every opportunity impresses you. I can't say it any clearer than that. Not every opportunity impresses you. Not every invitation distracts you. Not every trend moves you because you know you have clarity of where you are going. When we don't have this vision, when we don't understand where we are going, we chase attention, we chase urgency, we chase comparisons, we chase temporary excitement. These are not the things that are important. When you have vision, it filters your decisions. It it's God, words. It filters your decisions, honestly. There are just some things that, yes, they are good. Remember, I'm not talking about that the opportunity is bad. It's actually a good opportunity. So, yes, the opportunity is good, but because it's not in alignment with your vision, it will not impress you and you can afford to bypass it. You can afford to allow it pass. And you will do that without guilt. Sometimes when we forego some opportunities, we begin to have regret. We begin to feel guilty. When your vision is clear, when that place you are going, you see it and you see it clearly. When some opportunities you forego them, you don't have regrets. You don't have regrets because you know that this opportunity will derail me from where I'm going. Okay, so yes, vision does filter our decisions. It does filter our decisions. I mean, we have one of the greatest examples of this in the person of Jesus Christ. One of the, even, when there were, many demands around him, he remained focused on his assignment. When there were so many distractions, there were some places he did not go. There were some conversations he did not entertain. There were crowds that he walked away from. It does not mean that these places were bad. It does not mean that these conversations were actually bad. It does not mean that these crowds were bad people. No. But because of the assignment, because he had, the Bible even tells us that for what was set before him, because he saw for the joy that was set before him, because he clearly saw where he was heading to, his vision was clear. He couldn't be distracted by all these things. It's easy to not be distracted by bad things or things we consider bad. It's easy not to be distracted by opportunities that are not good opportunities. It's easy not to be distracted by conversations that are just maybe evil or something. Those ones are easier. Let me not even say easy. They are easier. But when the place is a good place, the opportunity is a good opportunity, the conversation is a good conversation. Oh, the crowd we are talking about, the company we are talking about, they're actually good company. But because they don't align to your purpose, they don't align to your values, they don't align to where you are going now, you walk away from them or you avoid them. It's only when your vision is clear that you can do this. That is the only time you can do this. So your purpose has to guide your decisions. Your vision guides your decisions. And it's this, having this clarity of vision helps you distinguish, helps you differentiate good opportunities and right opportunities. It helps you differentiate activity and productivity. It helps you differentiate motion and progress. So you can see that, like I said, it's not a matter of these opportunities are bad, because it's good opportunities we're talking about. But for you now, for your where, for your what's the word I'm looking for where you are going, it is not the right opportunity. So for the purpose or the purposes of your life currently, this is just activity, it's not productivity, it's not a productive activity for you at this time. For the purposes of your vision, this is just motion, it's not progress. And so it is only the vision that will help you distinguish this. It's only the clarity of that vision that will help you distinguish this. If not, you wouldn't really be able to know the difference. And you might run after a good opportunity and miss the right one. All right. Um, Let me go on to what is the framework for a vision guided decision or for vision guided decisions. What do we do to achieve this vision guided decisions? One, value the future. Understand that today's decisions create tomorrow's realities. Value the future. Put a premium on your future. Put a premium on the long term. Understand that today's decisions create tomorrow's realities. Value the future. Excuse me. The next thing, okay, sorry, I didn't tell you that this is a mnemonic, and the mnemonic is vision. You should have seen it coming. VISION. V is value the future. Value the future. The I is identify priorities. Your vision clarifies what deserves your energy. So identify your priorities. This is what is going to help you make vision guided decisions. Value the future one, then identify your priorities. Identify your priorities. Because without priorities, when you don't have priorities, everything feels urgent. Everything gains access to you, to your time, to your energy. So identify the priorities. Know the things that are truly important in achieving your vision, in moving towards your goals. Identify priorities because everything really is not urgent and everything should not gain access. The S in the vision is say no strategically. Say no strategically. I was having a discussion with someone recently, and she was telling me a lot of things, and the conclusion of the matter was that she does not know how to say no. Because when she says no to people, she feels guilty afterwards. But you can say no strategically. You can say no and not hurt somebody by your no. Because see, one of the strongest, I believe, one of the strongest signs of maturity is selective focus. You cannot afford to focus on everything. You will drain yourself. You will drain yourself. You will drain your energies. So learn how to say no strategically. Not every opportunity deserves a yes. Not everyone. Not everyone. So learn to say no strategically. Learn to say no to opportunities that are not going to move you towards your goal. Learn to say no to situations that will not benefit your progress. This is not you being selfish. Because I mean, it doesn't mean that you will not help people. It doesn't mean that you will not do things for people. It just means that you have to select. You have to know that this action now is not moving me forward. It's not moving my ministry to the permanent site, as we say in Nigeria. So learn how to say no strategically. Learn how to explain. Is it, yeah, explain to people that I can't. Not even explain that is the word, but learn how to tell people, sorry, I can't do this now. This does not fit into my life now. This does not fit into what I am doing now. It does not mean that maybe tomorrow it will not fit. Maybe it might, but right now it doesn't fit. And right now I can't afford to put the energy required for this activity out. I can't afford it now. So learn to say no strategically. I ignore misaligned pressure. Mm. Ignore misaligned pressure. Pressure will cause you to make decisions that you will later regret. Ignore it. Ignore misaligned pressure. It will come more. The pressure will come, but ignore it. There, there are situations that people will put you under because it's always people. There are situations that will put you under and they want you to say yes. You're trying to say no strategically, but they're trying to get a yes from you. They're trying to get you to do what you know right now is not in alignment with where I'm going. Learn how to ignore those pressures. It's not easy. I can't even tell you that it's easy to do. It is not. It is hard. It's a hard activity. It's hard to ignore misaligned pressure, but it is doable. When I experience such pressure, when I experience such pressure, first of all, I tune out. I don't want to hear what you have to say at that point. It's not easy, but I do it. I tune out. And I then allow my mind, because see, when our mind is it pressured, I want to say, we can't really make right decisions truly. So allow your mind to calm down. When there's noise, when there's a lot of things happening in your mind, there are some decisions you can't make. They will not be right, safe, even if you do make them. So I always tune out everything and allow my mind to settle. Allow my mind to settle. And then begin to sift through the thousands of information I have. In that way, the pressure, I'm not even feeling the pressure you're trying to mount on me anymore. I'm not feeling it anymore because I have moved. I've already tuned you out. So learn to ignore misaligned pressure. So essential. When you ignore misaligned pressure, you won't what are you comparing? You won't even be able to really compare with someone else. You are focused on your own journey. The next thing is observe consequences. Observe consequences. When you think strategically, when you're making decisions that are aligned with your vision, you will always consider, where would this lead me? If I continue on this path, if I continue on this road that I'm going, if I continue in this pattern, where will it lead me? Like, I think I've said this severally. One of the biggest problems we have as human beings that we don't ask ourselves questions. We don't probe. We don't audit our thoughts. We don't audit our actions. We don't take time to ask ourselves salient questions. So ask yourself, if I continue along this path that I'm on, where will it lead me? If I continue with this pattern that I am going, this route, this road, where will it take me? Where will it actually lead me? So observe consequences. Take note of consequences of actions, of decisions. Finally, navigate with intention. Don't just drift through life. Navigate with intention. Move deliberately. Don't let situations and circumstances move you. Move deliberately. And you do this because you have actually asked yourself some salient questions and you have gotten responses to those questions. Move deliberately, navigate with intention. When you are able to do these things, you are able to um, value the future, identify priorities, say no strategically, ignore misaligned pressure, observe consequences, and navigate with intention. Then you would be able to make vision guided decisions. You'll be able to make vision guided decisions. Now, In I'm going to look at my notes now because this part of this is not from my experience. Now, there's research in cognitive psychology and leadership studies, and it shows that individuals with long-term vision make more disciplined and consistent decisions because they are guided by future-oriented thinking rather than immediate emotional reward. This is what is called delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. And this is your ability to resist immediate pressure in order to achieve a more valuable long term outcome. Delayed gratification. Practice delayed gratification. Practice it. Now, there's a study. Um, it was okay, the Stanford marshmallow experiment, and it found that children who developed stronger self-control and future-oriented thinking often experienced better long-term academic, emotional, and professional outcomes later in life. This was found out by the Stanford marshmallow experiment. Delayed gratification. You must not receive that reward today. Your ability to resist immediate pleasure, delayed gratification, is your ability to resist immediate pleasure in order to achieve a more valuable, keyword, more valuable long term outcome. So you're not denying yourself now for no just cause. You're denying the immediate pleasure now because there is a more valuable long term outcome in view. Delayed gratification. That is ensuring that you are not being distracted by the now and then lose sight of the future. Vision powered decisions. Vision powered decision. Remember, we are talking about how vision should guide your decisions. Okay, so there's one thing that I've noticed when we actually allow our decisions to be guided by our vision. And I think I've said this before, if I even think well now, is that many of the poor decisions we make, they happen in emotional moments. They're emotionally charged, they're emotionally guided. And when we make decisions when we are angry, when we make decisions when we are lonely, when we make decisions when we are discouraged, when we make decisions when we are impatient, insecure, these decisions generally don't turn out well. We talked about this last week when we talked about poor decisions. They don't generally turn out well. But when we base our decisions on our vision, we gain perspective. We actually gain perspective. So we're not thinking um, what feels good right away or right now. We're thinking and we're asking ourselves what aligns to where I am going, to the person that I am becoming. Is this shift that helps us make more strategic decisions, that helps us make better decisions. So how does vision create better decisions really? How does that work? How does vision create better decisions? One is that it filters opportunities for you. When you use vision as your, will I say, basis for your decisions, it filters opportunities because you will know and you will see and it will be clear to you that not every open door is for you. It's not every door that is open that is for you. Two, it will help you organize your priorities. You will structure, or you'll be able to structure your life intentionally because you have filtered the opportunities. Your decisions are being guided by where you are going, not just by what you feel, to help you control impulses. To help you control impulses. Because you're not acting on emotions. You're being intentional with your decisions, with what you do, and you begin to understand long-term impact. You begin to understand long-term impact. You think beyond the moment. You think beyond the here and now. You think beyond the immediate rewards, and you begin to consider the long-term rewards. And it helps you stay aligned. This is how vision helps you make better decisions, because you stay aligned in the decisions that you're making. Now, we have to also say this here, that vision requires, reevaluation once in a while, because we might think, okay, because this is the vision, we're just heading here. You need to reevaluate your vision sometimes, because vision is not static. And as you reevaluate, you also have to refilter the opportunities and all that. Vision is never static. I think I need to say this here. It's important to take note of this. Vision is not static. As you grow, your priorities may change, they may shift. As you grow, your understanding deepens. It's expected that as you grow, your understanding deepens. Your direction becomes clearer. This is for sure. As you move, the direction becomes clearer. Allow your vision to be reevaluated and adjusted. The core of the vision doesn't really change, as in the core of the vision doesn't change, but the processes of it, the way to can change. You can even have additions. You can have subtractions. You can have subtractions. So it's essential to give room for that reevaluation as we are talking about a vision and vision focused decisions. We have to understand that our vision, whatever it is, does require reevaluation sometimes. And this is also necessary and also true because sometimes the vision is not completely known to us. So it's the growth that helps us, is the deepening of our understanding that helps make it clearer and clearer. This is why we need to reevaluate our vision once in a while. All right. Having said this, as we go on our week, as we go on this journey, I think it's important that we clarify our vision. It's important that we write it down. Write down, this person that you're becoming. Write down this life you're trying to build. Write down what matters most to you. In fact, this is actually how you make this vision clearer. Put it down. Put it down. Write it down somewhere. If you're not a paper and pen kind of person, write it down in your note on your phone, but put it down somewhere. The practice of writing down what kind of person you're becoming, writing down what kind of life you're trying to build, writing down what matters to you, truly does make the vision clearer. So write it down, audit your decisions. Ask, do my current decisions support this vision, this stated vision, this vision that I've just clarified? Do my current decisions support it? If they don't, adjust. Adjust. Then identify distractions. Um, hmm. When I say identify distraction, I'm tempted to say identify just one distraction and work on that one first. And as we work on that and you get over that, you can move on to another one. Because sometimes when we identify so many distractions and try to sort all of them out, it becomes more difficult. So, but do take out time to identify the things that are distractions to you achieving your purpose, to your getting to where you want to go, and that are those distractions that's moving you away. Excuse me, from alignment. Identify them. Identify them. And I think I should say most importantly, practice this strategic no. I had to learn how to say no. Me that is talking, I had to learn how to say no because I didn't know how to say no. Say no without regret, without guilt. The strategic no. Know when to say, okay, I can't do this. This is not in alignment now. It could come maybe later, maybe not. But learn how to say no to certain things that are not in alignment with where you are going, who you are becoming. Learn how to say no. And with that, we have come, yeah, yeah, we've come to the end of today's session. But let me just say some things in closing. This vision we are talking about, it's not about dreaming, no. We're talking about direction, giving your life direction, having a focus of where you are going. So the vision we're talking about is not about daydreaming, it's not about, you know, floating around. It's about direction. Because if we get this vision clear, if we get the aspect of vision clear, our decisions become easier, our priorities become clearer, and the needed discipline is more available. But when we don't have this vision or it's not clear to us, we react. We react to things. Our lives become reactive. We react to things. We are not being proactive. We are not being intentional. So for this week, think long term, choose intentionally. Stop saying yes to what distracts you from your purpose. Stop saying yes. Say no strategically. Say no strategically. Because once again, your future is being shaped by the decisions that you are making today. Your future is being shaped by those decisions. Truly, the decisions you make today are shaping your tomorrow. So you have to be intentional about those decisions. You have to, yeah. Okay, so I was looking for the declarations for this week. Since this month of May, we've been giving ourselves declarations that we can say every day. So for this week, I just had to copy it out from where it is. All right, for this week, our declaration is my vision is clear. My decisions are intentional. I will not be distracted by pressure, comparison, or impulse. My choices align with my purpose, with my values, and my future. That is our declaration for the week. And I've posted it on Facebook. Let me post it on Instagram. Oh, I have people on Instagram that I did not welcome. My apologies. Victory, Meso, Abiba, Abiba, Oyewole. Okay. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. My apologies that I did not come here earlier to see and acknowledge you. Let me just post the declarations. Okay. On YouTube, I've posted on Facebook, I've posted on Instagram. Okay, so you can write this down somewhere and say to yourself every day this week, my vision is clear, my decisions are intentional. I will not be distracted by pressure, by comparison, or impulse. My choices align with my purpose, with my values, and my future. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure sharing. Yeah, you see, I'm doing well this time. I'm keeping to, you know, 30, 45 minutes these days. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your being here and sharing your time with me. Um, Please follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Growth Habits with Ngozi. Follow us on all our social media handles, especially our YouTube page, because on our YouTube page, you have all our past sessions. Everything is complete there. Follow us on, subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like, comment, just go the whole 9 yards on the YouTube page. Remember to make today and every day count, be valuable, and grow. Thank you once again for joining me. Thank you, those that watch the replay. I appreciate you, and do have an awesome, awesome day. Next week, oh yeah, what are we having next week? What is our topic for next week? Um, Give me 1 minute. I want to confirm. I don't want to give us the wrong topic. All right. Okay. Our topic for next week is delayed gratification and long-term thinking. We gave a small introduction to delayed gratification today. So we're going to look deeper into delayed gratification and long-term thinking. Okay. Wow. Okay, I was looking for. All right, with that, we have now come to the end of the session, Growth Habits for this week. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you same time next week, Tuesday. The time is 12 noon Nigerian time. Thank you for joining me, and do have an awesome, awesome